They called it the heart of Germany, the Black Forest or Schwarzwald, where the trees were so dense that sunlight barely kissed the ground. Tourists came for fairy tales, but locals whispered a darker truth. In 2017, a group of hikers went missing without a trace. Only one man, Lucas Mahler, returned. But what he said about those woods made the police stop asking questions. Lucas had gone with 4 friends on a weekend camping trip near Triberg Falls. On the second night, strange lights flickered between the trees, pale and rhythmic, almost like breathing. Then came the chanting. By morning, his friends were gone. The forest, he said, had taken them. Lucas's group, Anna, Felix, Moritz, and Greta, had planned the trip for months. Triberg was famous for its waterfalls and folklore. They laughed about witches, werewolves, and the Black Forest legends. Locals warned them not to wander after sunset, especially near the Hexenpfad, the witch's path. Lucas remembered an old man at a gas station whispering, "The forest watches you." They laughed it off. By dusk, their campfire crackled beside the murmuring river. Yet as night deepened, the woods turned unnervingly silent. No insects, no birds, only the sound of distant footsteps circling their camp. Felix claimed he heard a woman crying deep in the woods. Greta insisted it was an animal. But when Anna shone her flashlight, something reflected back. 2 glowing eyes low to the ground, then gone. Lucas recorded a short clip on his phone. Later, investigators found it corrupted. Around 3 a.m., the crying returned, this time closer with whispers between sobs. "Leave before dawn." They huddled inside the tent. Then the forest erupted. Footsteps, laughter, and a smell like rotting soil. By sunrise, Felix's sleeping bag was empty. Zipped from the outside dot at first, they thought Felix had wandered off. Lucas and Moritz searched the area, calling his name, finding strange symbols carved into tree bark, circles within triangles. Greta panicked. Anna tried to call for help, but there was no signal. They followed footprints deeper into the forest until they reached a clearing filled with ancient stone markers. One had fresh blood smeared across it. Lucas's flashlight flickered, then went dead. A low hum filled the air, like 100 voices humming in unison beneath the earth. They didn't realize it, but they had wandered onto the Hexenpfad, the witch's path. Old legends said women burned in medieval times had cursed this land. Those who walked the trail during the witching hour would see what they saw before death. Lucas described the air becoming thick, metallic. Shadows moved even when the wind was still. Anna swore she saw people hanging from trees, but when Lucas looked, there was nothing. Only the echo of snapping branches. Greta began muttering prayers. Then someone whispered her name. From behind Dot by the second night, Moritz vanished too. Lucas and the 2 women found his camera lying in the mud, still recording. The footage showed him following faint lantern lights between the trees, then a sudden scream and static. They decided to leave, but every path led them back to the same clearing. Lucas marked a tree, yet minutes later, they passed it again. His same mark, only now deeper, like something had clawed it. Anna broke down crying. Greta claimed she saw faces in the bark. Lucas's compass spun wildly. Thunder rolled in. Rain poured. Their last fire died in seconds. Greta started screaming. Something was crawling toward them, human-shaped but boneless, dragging itself through mud. Lucas grabbed Anna's hand and ran, not looking back. Her screams followed, then cut short. When he finally reached the main road at dawn, he was barefoot, trembling, covered in scratches. Villagers found him and called authorities. The search teams found no bodies, only the ruined campsite and 5 stones arranged in a circle, still warm to the touch. Days later, Lucas was interviewed by police. His story was dismissed as trauma-induced hallucination, but the officer who took his statement Inspector Weber resigned a week later. He said he heard the same humming Lucas described outside his house at night. Lucas moved away, changed his name, and never spoke publicly again. Yet hikers still vanish every few years near the same area. Locals now say, if you walk the witch's path at midnight, the forest won't let you leave until it's full again. They say legends are just stories until someone disappears. The Black Forest remains one of Germany's most visited tourist spots, yet few dare to enter its deeper trails. Some nights, the mist carries faint voices, and lantern lights flicker where no one should be. Maybe Lucas's friends never left. Maybe the forest simply took what belonged to it. If you ever visit the Schwarzwald, remember what the locals say: the forest doesn't forget.